Hello and welcome to Inside Music, episode number 176. As always, I'm your host, James Shotwell, and it is great to be with you again. My guest this week is none other than Ellie Holcomb, musician, author, and wife of Drew Holcomb, a fan favorite here on Inside Music. Ellie is one of many people performing at Moon River Music Festival in Chattanooga, Tennessee this weekend, which is where the Inside Music team is headed just a little while after this episode goes live. Ellie has been in the music industry for the last decade, and she has done some incredible things in that time. She's released several albums. She's collaborated with her husband on numerous songs. They've toured the country together. She's toured the country independently. And as I mentioned earlier, she's even started writing books. Ellie and I connected primarily to discuss Moon River and what people can expect and should do while they're in Chattanooga, but we also get into what it's like to be part of this family of musicians. Her and Drew have children of their own. They have a life outside of music, but together they have been able to carve this very unique niche in the industry where they're able to work together and work independently and raise a family and maintain the wonder and beauty and mystery that is all great relationships. Ellie tells me a little bit about how they make that happen and how you can make that happen if you're out there and you're trying to fall in love with somebody in music, or maybe you're already in love with them and you're hoping that the industry itself doesn't tear you apart as it has so many great couples. Ellie has advice for you. She also talks about her own musical endeavors and really just a general what's happening in her life. I've always found Ellie to be a wonderfully interesting person, and she is one of the sweetest people I think I've ever spoken to. In addition to this episode, there will be an extra episode of Inside Music dropping later this week. But before we get to that, or before we get to this one, there is a few quick things we have to go over. First and foremost, this episode of Inside Music and all episodes of Inside Music is brought to you by Holix, the industry leader in digital promotion. Now, what that means is that Holix works with record labels, publicists, and independent artists from all over the world to share new and unreleased music with tastemakers. Some of the artists that use Holix include Chance the Rapper, Drew Holcomb, Tool, A Perfect Circle, Blink-182, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, Niall Horan, and thousands upon thousands more. You can join all those artists in promoting your music through Holix by signing up today. Just visit Holix.com, that's HAULIX.com, and click sign up. All new signees will get a first month of service absolutely free. If you hate it, go ahead and cancel before that month is over and you will not be charged. But if you like it, and I'm fairly certain you will, then just stick around and promote with a service that is trusted by all of the industry's leading artists. I also want to encourage you to head over to YouTube. We have a channel there. It's called Music Biz, and I host a ton of great content. We have Music Biz, which is basically an educational series on how to survive and navigate the industry. We have Music Biz News, which is all the latest headlines and what they mean for the industry as a whole and for the people working in it. And we also have this podcast. There's a lot of other random things that we throw up as well, but we post 3 to 5 videos every week, and we would love for you to join the community. So head over to YouTube and search Music Biz. That's Music B-I-Z. Now, that's all that I have for today. I would tell you to head over to Moon River Festival if you hear this happen before the weekend, but the festival is already sold out. So instead, check out Ellie's music on Spotify and wherever you get your music, and check out Drew's latest album, Dragons, which just came out a couple of weeks ago. And if you want even more Holcomb action, you can head back about a dozen episodes now, and you can hear Drew on this very show discussing the album that just came out. Dragons is an incredible release. And I haven't been to Moon River, but I hear it's pretty great. When I get back next week, I'll be sure to tell you about it. But for right now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy my conversation with the one, the only, Ellie Holcomb.
It's really good. There's a lot of excitement around our household. So, and then a lot of preparation going on.
Well, that's good. I can't imagine. I was thinking to myself this morning that I wonder if you guys actually had like a proper Labor Day holiday or if it was just preparation time for you.
It is. We took off early for the weekend on Thursday. So we really got like a 3-day weekend in, and then kind of put our heads to the ground yesterday. We did actually make it out on a boat though by the afternoon, so that was really good. We did good. We're launching into rehearsals today. And then we'll have kind of rehearsals, and we'll head to Chattanooga on Thursday.
All right. Do you guys live in Nashville? Is that right?
Dude, yes.
I love it there. I actually live in Michigan. I live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. You guys were here earlier this year.
Yes.
Yes,
Love it.
it was a good time. And I'm actually driving down to Chattanooga, so I will get to pass through Nashville both ways.
Sweet. I love it.
I've never actually. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that's a pretty good drive. How long is that drive for you?
It's like 10 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, my partner, she hates to fly, so if there's ever an option to drive, we do. And we both feel like when we were younger, like some of our best memories with our families were those long car rides. So we kind of like to recreate it.
100%. That's awesome. I love it. I actually really love driving as well. Like, it's one of my favorite things. It can be around the city, but like a long road trip is up my alley. The possibilities are endless, you know?
Absolutely. You never know what's going to happen, and you're going to make some memories. You might hate each other for like 100 miles, but it's fine. It's totally fine. You'll get over it.
You're in the car long enough to push through that and get to the good stuff.
Exactly. I've never actually been to Chattanooga before, so I was wondering if you could give me some touristy things I should do while I'm in the area.
Oh my goodness, yes. Literally, it is. I think that Chattanooga is the hidden gem of Tennessee. I feel like it doesn't get as much press as, Memphis with Graceland and Elvis and the Blues, or Nashville. Knoxville's got UT, and then you got Chattanooga, and it's like tucked away into the mountains, and it is gorgeous. There's great shopping. There's great food. It is literally amazing. I would say maybe the touristy thing that I could think of to do that would be so fun is called the Incline Railway. I think a ticket it's like a little train. It's the world's steepest train, so I don't know if that scares you. You don't. Well, yeah, but it is like incredible. So the train goes up a mountain basically, and you get to the top, and the view is unbelievable. You could see the festival, like you'll see like the river bend right where the festival is nestled, kind of into that river bend in the park, and it is like absolutely stunning. And you don't have to hike at all. You ride a little train up. So Pont Park is at the top of that. If you go right, if you take a right out of the train station at the top of the mountain, you go to Pont Park, and the views are incredible. It's like you hiked a mountain, but you didn't have to do the hiking.
Well, I do like the idea of hiking without having to do the hiking, so I think you've sold me.
It's pretty amazing. It is awesome. And then there's a great little area that if you like, are you into ice cream at all?
Of course.
Okay. So yeah, who is not into ice cream? But there is a great ice cream shop very near to where the festival is called Clumpy's. And that maybe doesn't sound like the most appealing name, but it is literally delicious. And then my favorite coffee in the city is in the Art District. And it's called Rembrandt's Coffee. And they also have incredible baked goods.
Okay. I mean, you're really speaking my language here today. You're selling me.
This is good. That is awesome. It is a really, I'm so excited for you to even just see the city, because it is just it's wonderful. You're going to love it.
I haven't heard a bad thing about it. I'm very excited. We have an Airbnb in the woods. We're really going for hard. We're actually getting in. We'll get in early Friday, so we have a whole day to explore before things really kick off.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yes, please go do the Incline Railway and walk around on River Street. That's the street right in front of Coolidge Park where the festival is. And it's just, there's tons of shops and breweries, and that's where the Clumpy's ice cream is. But it's just, you're going to love it. I'm so pumped for you guys.
That's wonderful. And you will be performing on Saturday. Is that correct? Is that when you and Drew have your set?
That's correct. 3:30 on Saturday on the main stage. And I'm so pumped that we get to tour every February together. And we call it the You and Me tour. And we started that 2 years ago, and hadn't toured really, performed together for really 5 years before that. And it has been, I mean, it's just, most of the shows have been selling out. It's been a really fun, evening. It's a little more stripped down than like Drew's normal band set. But I do some of my stuff, and then we do some of the old school stuff that we used to perform together, and then the new stuff. So it's just sort of I don't know, it feels like coming home for us.
Well, what are you bringing to the stage? Will this be a version of what maybe people have seen on that tour if they've happened to catch it? I mean, I saw it. It's wonderful. I love it. We talk about it a lot still in our household because it's we both, my partner and I both work in music, so we like to see other couples in music that haven't completely grown to hate each other because of music. And so what can we expect from your set? Is it a version of that show kind of?
It's a version of that show, and I would say amped up just a little bit because it's like Think Festival. So we'll have Drew's guitar player and his bass player join us. So it's sort of like an evening. It'll be like an afternoon with Drew and Ellie. It'll kind of feel, we'll do some storytelling, but we'll add a little bit more rock to the acoustic stripped down, kind of set that we typically would do on the You and Me tour, just because it's a bigger stage and venue. So I would say it's like the Drew and Ellie You and Me tour with like maybe a double shot latte.
Okay. Can we expect a special guest appearance from the children?
You know what? They're going to be there. And so we have no control of whether or not they choose to come on stage, but they'll definitely be at the festival. So whether they're on stage or not, you'll see on side stage because that's where they like to stand.
That's wonderful. It was one of my favorite parts of the evening with you two, is having the kids come out. It was adorable.
It's pretty sweet. It really is a family affair. And last year I was pregnant with our little boy, and he came 2 days after the festival. Well, actually 1 day, yeah, because he came Monday after the festival ended on Sunday night. So Drew drove back. I went back on Saturday. Drew drove back late Sunday night. And then Rivers, our little boy, was born on Monday. So it's really fun because this is right around his, first birthday. And he'll be there side stage as well with our other two kids. And we're feeling real grateful.
As you should. It seems like it's since then to right now, it's been a pretty big year for you guys between your tour, and then Drew had his album just come out a couple weeks ago, and people are just still talking about it. I see headlines all the time about it. Obviously, I'm kind of tapped into the press scene, so I get the press releases, but it seems like it's been a good year in the Holcomb household.
Yeah, it really has. It's been a good year and a full year. We've got a full household, and it has been so fun. I think this is my favorite record that Drew's ever released. And it seems to be connecting with people in a really beautiful way. So it's fun too, because he usually, the past couple of times he's released a record, he's released and then like jumped on a bus the next day. And so this has been kind of fun to give people some time with the new music, and then to get to we'll play some of those songs at our set at Moon River, and then we'll also do some of the new stuff. Not only, of course, he's doing his headline tour where he'll play all of it, but we'll do some of his new stuff on the You and Me tour in February as well.
That's great to hear. And he told me, I talked to him a couple months ago, actually, I think in May, maybe. It was right after I got to hear the record pretty early. So we talked right after that about some things. And he told me that he was going to get a tattoo kind of based on dragons. Did that come to pass, or did he put that idea on hold?
Nope, it is not. He has not put it on hold. And you know what's funny, James? I think he told you about that tattoo before he told me, because he just showed me what he was thinking yesterday.
Well, I told him that when I heard that song for the first time, I thought to myself that it was what I like to call a tattoo song. It's the kind of song that, like, for years moving forward, fans are going to come up and be like, "I heard that song is this tattoo is that song," and he was like, "I've been thinking the same thing," in his really cool drawl that he has, and it
That
made me laugh.
is
So
awesome.
I've just been wondering this whole time. I was like, "Did that happen? Did he get his tattoo?"
You know what, James? You might have actually inspired that
Oh
idea. I
no, I
don't
don't
even
know if I should
because he
apologize then.
literally. No, it's awesome. I think it's amazing. He's got a couple of tats already, so he's just adding to the collection. And man, it is like the rendering he has for it is similar to. There's a mural that actually our old drummer's wife Kim Radford painted here in Nashville, and it's really similar to the mural that she drew on the wall, the tattoo that he's thinking of. So it hasn't happened yet. But I think he's thinking of either in the middle of the tour or at the end of the tour to close it out, sealing the deal with the tat, with those lyrics.
Wonderful. I love it. I love it. I think it's great when people get. Everyone always takes tattoos for like inspiration from other things, but to make something you're so proud of, you want to seal it on your body. That's something I love.
Pretty amazing. It's
Now,
pretty
I want to
amazing.
ask you this before I let you go, because I do a lot of life in the music industry, how to survive the music industry, tips and tricks for people. And one of the things
Yeah.
that I have loved about you guys from the beginning is your relationship together and the music you make together. I was married at a time, and Drew actually wrote down the lyrics to "The Wine We Drink" for me because I thought that was like, it's such a powerful
Yeah.
song. And I want to know what you tell people when you meet other couples who are trying to make a career in music together. Like, what is, I guess, the secret, or what is, I guess, the key to patience? What is the thing that helps you guys keep this thing going?
I love that so much. Honestly, I think that one of the biggest things for us has been one, inevitably in any relationship, you're going to have moments where you're like, the 100 miles of your road trip where you're butting heads on something. And especially when you're performing together, a dear friend of ours told us if we got kind of into one of those moments, especially right before you're about to go like perform all these love songs together, to pause it and to just say, hey, like, we're on the same team. Like, I love you and I'm for you and we're on the same team. And then come back to it, after you have to be on stage together. And that has been a super helpful, like, practical tool for us if we're ever like, having conflict right before you're about to go perform, because it just kind of brings you back to the fact that, like, you really are for each other. And then it has been really important for us to play together, like not just music, but like to go like adventure together and have fun together and to do the things that we love together. So we have two things that we do to keep that in the rhythm of our life. One, every year in around January, we take what we call a State of the Union trip, where we go and travel somewhere. It can be in Nashville to a hotel here, or it can be really far away as well. But we go and we kind of look at the last year and say what we loved about it, what we want to change about it, and then we kind of dream about the year ahead. And that's been really helpful and fun for us to look forward to and to know we're going to have a chance to circle back and look at, what we shouldn't do again and what we should do again in terms of the crazy schedule. Because, doing music together, it's a non-traditional rhythm for your family's life. And so we're always kind of saying, okay, what was good? What was horrible? How can we do that better? And then every 5 years we take an adventure together. Like we do something big. So we've done a hike in the Alps from France to Italy and Switzerland at our 5-year anniversary. And then on our 10-year anniversary, we did Chile, Patagonia, and Argentina, and did some crazy like glacier trekking and kayaking in freezing cold rivers and horseback riding. So we try to keep playing together. And that has been a really, like, I think that's deposited some good camaraderie and memory into our relationship.
I think that's the perfect answer, and I appreciate you sharing it with me, because it is a thing that it comes up a lot, and it's a thing that I think a lot of people try and don't really know how to do, and I think that applies to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Friendship, being friends is important, you know?
absolutely.
Doing things that
Absolutely.
you love together
Well,
helps cultivate that friendship.
yes, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today, and I am excited to see you at 3:30 on Saturday afternoon, this coming Saturday, the 7th.
Wow!
It's so close.
Oh my, it's so close. I cannot wait to see you, and safe travels on your way down.
Absolutely. I think I might actually get to meet you this time around. I've been talking to Lindsay from Stunt Company. We're real close. I'm hoping that it happens. We'll high
Love
five.
it.
We'll have a moment. It'll be wonderful. And
I love it.
absolutely. Okay, wonderful. You have a great day. Say hi to the family.
All right. Thanks so much. Safe travels.